So when someone, hears music that's difficult for them to not get caught up in, or smells the aroma of something that, is a challenge for them to not eat, or sees something that's really tempting and it's hard for them to not go and indulge, whatever it is, if we just see or hear or smell or feel that challenge and it's just like, oh, this is really hard, you know what, it's really hard. If we can lift the veil for ourselves a little and be like, Hashem gave Paro these dreams just to make it work for Yosef's soul and Yosef's journey. The whole reason that this happened with Pari having these dreams, and the Torah tells us about all the details and the drama and one interpreter and another interpreter and no one could figure it out. All of that was done just to suit Yosef's soul and his journey. When a challenge shows up, when something comes up and, and it can be really difficult, if we can lift the veil, the hell and the concealment of the world, so as opposed to just seeing it at face value as a part of the world, we now see it as something that is here because Hashem made it be here, and Hashem engineered this, everything that contributed towards this circumstance, Hashem engineered all of that just to give me this opportunity to grow, to persevere, to be able to overcome. The whole thing looks completely different. It doesn't mean there won't be any challenge, but it does change the gradient of the playing field drastically. And, it's, let's say it's maybe more of a social thing, because I think when it comes to things that involve other people, there's a whole added element of challenge that's just probably for most or all people adds a whole additional layer of challenge on top of just like smells and sounds, etc. When there is a social pressure to conform, to do something, to behave a certain way or to not behave a certain way, and this social pressure is being applied, pushing us in the wrong direction, in a direction that's not where we really need to go and not where we really deeply, truly want to go. As long as we have a olam, a worldly perspective, which is Helem, where a lot of the truth is behind the veil, the thing that we're going to feel is, I really want to conform, but I really shouldn't, and there's this pressure to conform. If we can lift the veil and all of a sudden, this is not a force that I need to conform to, this is a force that was completely engineered by Hashem just to give me the opportunity not to conform. This is not something that I really kind of have to conform to, but I'm not allowed to. This is something that in truth doesn't even want me to conform. It's just here to pressure me, to give me this opportunity to achieve and to grow and to overcome. Now, while the circumstances haven't changed at all, if we can lift the veil and see the full truth, it can completely change how difficult this is for us. And so this is why the Torah tells us about these dreams, all the dreams. First of all, Hashem made it play out this way. The Torah tells us about all the details to let us know and to emphasize this fact that when something shows up to make things difficult, or something shows up that makes things difficult, remember that Hashem engineered this whole thing with Pari just to make it work for Yosef's soul and Yosef's journey. This thing that I'm struggling with now, this thing that's really, really pressuring me in a way that a part of me really doesn't want to go, and whatever that might be, whatever the case might be, this is just a very surface view. And if I can lift the veil and understand that it's just like Pari's dreams, Hashem engineered this whole thing just to make it all work for my soul and my journey, to give me this opportunity, it can change everything, and it can be so deeply empowering.